Hey everybody, and welcome to Robin's House. This technique is going to be involving the Sweet Safari scrapbooking workshop, and the three layouts use the optional technique of using gloss spray. So the gloss spray, it says it's an opaque acrylic spray that dries to a glossy finish. Spray onto your stuff and other porous surfaces. They're water soluble when wet, but permanent when dry. And you're supposed to shake well before use and then clean the spray nozzle after each use, which I didn't do with my turquoise last time I used it. So we'll have to see how that goes. You also need to shake it really well before you use it. And for some reason, my turquoise has a little BB in there, but my cheddar does not. So anyway, I'm all shook up. And so what we have to do, so in your directions, it's going to talk about for your first layout, we're going to be spraying our leaves with the cheddar, spraying the green and the blue circles with the turquoise. And then on the layout 2, we're going to be spraying these, not exactly the base pages, although in my case it probably will be a base page, just on there. And then on the last page, we're going to be spraying some of these chevron shapes. So to me, when I'm getting ready to do this, I'm going to get a scratch paper. And for me, a scratch paper is just a sheet of white daisy, because I want to see what this stuff does. So the directions say do it from 6 inches. So 6 inches is about here. So I get mostly mist with a few things in it. But if I go 12 inches, I get a lot more, I get less mist, and I get a lot more of the little thingies. So depending on the look you're looking for, and we'll do the same thing with the cheddar. So 6 inches. 6 inches, again, is a lot of color, and then a few splotches. And then let's see what happens if I'm at 12 inches. So to me, 12 inches gives you a bigger spread of color that's lighter, but more beading. So depending on the look that we want, you can raise or even, do some close up and then do some far away, just to change it up depending on the look you're looking for. Okay, so what do we actually have to do? So I know that I have to do, well, why not? Okay, so I got to do the cheddar color. So I'll do all my cheddar color. And I've got my all-purpose mat and a larger area to work on. They said it is permanent and it will stain, so for heaven's sakes. So these have already been, one of the other techniques is to, for heaven's sakes, take your scissors and cut a texture in here. Now I know a lot of you have those scissors with multiple blades where you could do this in just a second, but I don't have those, so mine are done by hand. It wasn't too painful, only took a couple minutes. And then my leaves. Okay, so I'm actually going to try to put these kind of close together because they're going to be side-by-side pages. So I want whatever I do on one to be kind of similar to what I did on the other. And then the leaves are going to be on their complete other page. But I'm just going to do them all at once. That way, anything that spills over will just spill over onto something else that needed to get done. So, okay, it says 6 inches. So I'm just going to kind of go from one side to the other side and see what happens. My green ones aren't getting a lot. So, and it also seems like if I push the button down only a skosh, then I don't get that mist. I just get the flex. So that's what I'm doing. I'm I'm barely even pressing the button down. And that way I hardly got any mist at all on here. And just those big splotches. I want those big splotches. But I want the leaves to be a little more splotchy, so there they go. And then the top side. I'm gonna do this so much that it's gonna be more than I want, and then I'll be sad. So there we go. But anyway, I liked it. Just barely push down that button. And then since I don't have time to let this just sit here and dry, I'm going to carefully move this off the mat so I can clean the mat and then use my turquoise. So that was actually pretty fun and pretty easy too. So got my damp paper towel. I didn't do a dry one. So, okay. So now I'm going to push these a little farther away because just in case I get crazy with the blue. So, okay, so now it's time for our circles. You know, I'm going to do the other ones first. So you don't have to watch me push the circles all the way. Okay, so for the, I'm assuming it says let's play the day away. Let's see what it wants us to do. Okay, so on this one, it wants us to put some spray up around here, a big spray over here, and then a little spray down here almost in the middle. So I'm going to put my little directions over here, and I'll put them here. So can you even see? You can't hardly even see. Barely on the corner there. Okay, so I need to put a little bit here. This one wants some color, so I'm gonna do that. Only, you know, I want this one a little bit more. There we go. And then a pretty big splotch over here. There we go. And then something down here at the bottom. There we go. Okay, so this is my official page, and you will see it. Well, you probably already saw it. Okay, and then I'll just wipe off a little bit of this excess. And then I'm deviating from the directions a little bit. I'm cutting my paper differently so you can have some of that paper and maybe build a fourth layout. So although this is a piece of paper that looks exactly like this, what yours is going to look like is a whole sheet of white daisy. But we still want to kind of have it in the middle. So we know that there's going to be something down the edges of both of these sides. So when you take so we're doing this one now. When we take this spray, we want to spray near the top. There we go. And then we also want to spray kind of here near the bottom, and this one's going to be nice. There we go. Nice and dark and splatty. So hopefully that gets me in the right zones, and we will see later. Okay, put these aside. I'm running out of places to put my stuff. Okay, now I can do my circles. So this one has the blue circles and the green circles. And then this one is on 2 different pages, so I definitely want to keep this one together so I can do it at the same time. Okay, so that's on page 1. So it doesn't say anything special except to do it about 6 inches. So I think this is just for texture and color. Oh, it's pretty. So pretty on there, that teal. Looks way better than in the directions. In the directions, you can't even see that there's color on it. So pretty. And some color over here. Mine are not even, and I'm just going to be okay with that. I like those big splotchy splotches. Maybe it dries not quite so bright because some of them are drying and it's turning into a nice deep blue. So who knows what it'll end up looking like. I'll put some more then. If it's going to dry, I'm going to add some more. So much fun. If you want to make a mess, come to my house. Okay. Just wipe it off a little bit. When you're done doing your total stuff, you'll want to actually clean this with something that's clean. So anything special about the green ones? It is, of course, it's going to be something you can be writing on. This is a journaling spot, and it looks like the blank spot is at the top. And it just says, make some decorations. Well, you can't even hardly see, but you have your own directions, so it'll be okay. Just make some mess. I can make mess. And then on this one, I'm gonna do a close-up one with a big mess on it. So there we go. That's your technique using your turquoise and cheddar optional spray. So fun. I love making messes. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Happy crafting.